ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The reflection for the day, Surat Mahalla Panjwa, composition of the fifth Nanak Guru Arjan, and the recitation follows. Surat Mahalla Panjwa, Karan Karavanhar Prabh Datta, पार ब्रह्म प्रभ स्वामी, सगले जी किए दयाला, सो प्रभ अंतरजामी. Literally speaking, Karan Karavanhar Prabh Datta. Prabh, the inner self, is the doer, is the cause of all causes, the first cause. Karavanhar, Karan Karavanhar Prabh Datta. Datta, the giver of wisdom. So it is the cause of all causes, but it is also the giver of its own wisdom, and that is called the Gur. The Data aspect is the Gur. Par Brahma Prabh Swami, and it is transcendent as well as immanent. It is the master. Sagle ji kiye dayalla. It has created this diversity, and it is actually not only created this diversity, if you want to call it created, but it is manifest in this creation. It is its own manifestation. So it acts and makes everybody act. It's the motivation. So this establishes the foundation of divine omnipotence and omniscience, the all-powerful and the all-knowledgeable. The nature of the self is both transcendent, Parabrahm, and immanent, Antarjami. So this reflects the concept of ultimate reality that exists both beyond human comprehension, yet intimately present within consciousness. And Karan Karavanhar, a divine agency that operates through secondary causes. So the ultimate source manifests through interconnected processes. Psychologically, one could say Dayala creates the secure attachment necessary for spiritual development. It's like a healthy parent-child bonding, fostering emotional growth. The Rahau, Mera Guru Hua Aap Sahai, Sukh Sahaj Anand Mangal Ras Acharaj Bhai Badai. Rahau, Mera Guru Hua Aap Sahai. So the Data is the Gur. Hua Aap Sahai. It is my guide and my friend. Sukh Sahaj Anand Mangal Ras Acharaj Bhai Badai. These are the flowering of that bond, peace, a spontaneous poise, bliss. All of these qualities are the result of Guru Hua Aap Sahai. So the Guru is my closest ally. Once that happens, peace flows naturally. You live in a state of bliss and wonder. Life just becomes extraordinary from being somewhat boring. If you recall, we talked about that boredom a few passages ago. So the Guru and the being, us, have a transformative relationship. It moves beyond traditional teacher-student dynamic, because in the Indian domain, in the Hindu world, a guru could be any teacher in any domain, but not so in Sikhi. In Sikhi, the Guru is an expression of the divine present in us as a guide, the inner guide, ultimately. So this is a very intimate companionship. So this is eudaimonia, well-being, that emerges from meaning rather than pleasure. And a charge, it brings an awesome experience. The second verse, Gur ki saran paye bhai na se, sachi dargah mane, gun gavat yaradh naam, har aaye apne thane. Gur ki saran paye bhai na se. So this is what happened. When I made the Guru my ally, when I took refuge in that wisdom, bhai nase ran away. My fears ran away. All my fears dissolved. Sachi dargah mane, being honored, being dignified in the true court. We'll see what that means. Gunagavati arad naam har aaye apne thane. Gunagavat, cultivation of virtue. So this is the mechanism of fear dissolution. And what is the mechanism? Securing attachment. Saran. Gur ki saran. That is attachment. That is the mechanism. So, Sachi Dargah Mane means authentic self-worth, self-validation, not social validation. That is the difference. So through this practice of seeking sanctuary, my consciousness returns to its original nature. I apni thanne. You remember your true self. This is self-actualization that happens. And the third verse, Jai Jaikar kare sab ustati, sangati sad pyari, sadbale har jaun prabh apne, jini puran paj savari. Jai Jaikar kare sab ustati. The company of the good, Sangat Sad Pyari, everyone proclaims and sings praises, because beloved is that gathering where this transformation takes place. Now this is the social dimension of spiritual transformation. This is an indication of positive peer influence also. Sangat Sad Pyari. Community support of like-minded people accelerates individual growth. So you see, Ustat here suggests authentic spiritual development that is created. You can call them ripple effects that inspire others. You become a transforming agent. Puran Paj Savari, restored dignity. Your dignity as a human is restored because you've lost it as an ego. So this is almost therapeutic. Positive regard for yourself. In conclusion, Gosht Gyan Naam Sun Yudhare Jini Jin Darsan Paya Bhayo Kripal Nanak Prabh Apna Anand Seti Ghare Aya. Gosht Gyan, through spiritual discourse, knowledge. Naam Sun, hearing, meaning shifting your attention. You obtain the divine vision. Bhayo Kripal Nanak Prabh Apna. Nanak says, mercy, grace. When that is given room within your space, the result is bliss and saving. multiple pathways to spiritual realization. There is discourse, knowledge, there is auditory practice, mystical vision. But all of these, as we saw in the previous Sabbath, are subsumed under this term that we call Guru. These are all different learning theory principles that different people respond to different modalities. Not everybody can sit and do Nam Sun. But, as I said, all of this becomes unnecessary. They become natural when one finds sanctuary with the Guru. Anand Seti Ghar Aya, completion of the spiritual journey. Not arrival at a distant destination, but this is really a homecoming. This is self-actualization, becoming who we truly are rather than acquiring something external. So the progression from seeking to finding to realizing divine presence dwelling within is the ultimate integration. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ.